Hey, what's up again? I'm gonna do now my comic book collection. I know a lot of people probably say, "Oh, you like comic book movies, but do you have any comics?" Yes, I do, and this is just a handful of the comics I have. I'm gonna show them quick so it doesn't take an hour like other people do. Here's a Spider-Man comic. You got the Sandman right here. It's the Amazing Spider-Man, the real Amazing Spider-Man, not that crappy movie that came out last year. This is a good comic. Some of them are out of plastic because I got these in the newspaper for free. So pretty much, here's another Amazing Spider-Man with Doctor Doom. Here's Spider-Man with the Vulture, a villain that we have not seen yet in the Spider-Man films. We probably won't see him because he's not marketable. But Vulture is pretty cool villain in the comics and in the cartoon. I'm gonna take a drink here. It's good. Here's another Amazing Spider-Man comic with Doctor Octopus. Definitely one of the best of the Spider-Man villains. Here's a different comic. You got a original comic of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Definitely a very rare comic. I mean, I don't think they could sell these anymore. Maybe on eBay. I mean, look how old the paper is. It's so yellow, but it's a classic movie. I love this movie, and the comic is pretty cool. So it's great artwork right there. Here's some of my Star Wars comic books. Yes, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love almost everything about Star Wars. Here's my Star Wars comic with the dude back in the front, Luke Skywalker, and I am pumped for episode 7. I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're skeptical. I think that it could be a good movie, and these comics, I'm going to read them before part 7 comes out. I have another one. Han Solo in the front. Here's another one. I tell you, these artwork that they put on these comics are just beautiful, man. They're like a work of art in a museum, man. So, seriously. Sometimes this artwork is better to look at than some of the poster art I see in the theaters nowadays. Especially Evil Dead. That remake, I don't want to see it. This is another comic. Darth Vader, awesome villain. My favorite villain of all time. There's another one with Darth Vader. The Empire Strikes Back. Classic sequel. Great movie. Just love the twist at the end. I'm your father. It's just classic stuff. Here's another comic. The whole gang's on the front. Sound of Armageddon. There's another comic. Here's another one. This is a really big one. It's 2 of them actually. You got this one of The Empire Strikes Back. And I think there's another one. No, wait, no. It's my bad. Here's the other one. And this is the back. It has a photo of the Phantom Menace. I do enjoy the movie. I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I've never hated this movie. The CGI didn't bother me back in '99, and it doesn't now. Here's another comic of Star Wars. I don't think this is all of them. I think some of them are in the attic, but I definitely keep my comics because, you know, they're worth money and they're nice to look at and they're fun to read through. Here's some more Spider-Man comics. You got the Black Suit of Spider-Man and Web of Spider-Man. Definitely a cool suit. Here's a holographic Spectacular Spider-Man. I don't know if you can see it, but that's there it is. Yeah. Ooh. Here's one that I would love to see. I mean, this would be an awesome superhero movie that, you know, Andrew Garfield will never do. And this one. Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage in the same comic. This would be all kinds of awesome in a movie. I mean, compare this to like Spider-Man 3, which I don't hate, but it could have been, you know, it could have had a better thing with Venom and Carnage. Right here, you know, he needs to be in a movie and they have to do him right. You know, Carnage is really cool. Definitely a villain that I really would love to see on the big screen. Here's Spider-Man with the Hulk. Love the Hulk in the Avengers. The very first Spider-Man comic. Yep, 12 cents back in the 60s or whenever this was published. Awesome. Here's another one. The second comic of Spider-Man. The Fantastic Four right behind them. Yeah. Another Amazing Spider-Man comic. I know people. There's a lot of fanboy comic enthusiasts on YouTube, and I want to, just give them a shout out because, I am a fan of comics. I find them a lot better than a lot of novels because novels are way too long, especially like Twilight and stuff. It just takes up a lot of time. Here's another one. Here's another comic. Another black suited Spider-Man comic right here. Pretty cool. The Fox is back. Here's another comic. Excuse me. Spider-Man versus the Punisher. Be an awesome movie. Or them together. There's another one. This one looks pretty cool. It got Spider-Man with all 8 legs, like a real spider against Doc Ock. Ooh, he's gonna get it now. And here's another one. This one doesn't have a cardboard backing. This with Kingpin. Ooh, Spider-Man's getting his sternum crushed. The Kingpin is back and deadlier than ever, I'll say. Another one. The Submariner and a bunch of other people. I don't really know who these people are. I know they're not the Justice League, that's for sure, because this is Marvel, not DC. I do have some DC comics as well. Got another Web of Spider-Man, a black suit. That suit is awesome, man. I already showed this one, and I've showed this one. This one with Doc Ock. This one with the Sandman. Pretty cool artwork. This is a huge comic, definitely very rare, and I want to keep it before the Avengers sequel comes out, and that is of the Hulk. Awesome edition of the Hulk. This is so rare, and this is so cool. I mean, look at the back. Look at that. Witness each of us of times there dwells a mighty raging fury. I'll say, every time I see a bad movie, I have a raging fury. Well, let me get these DVDs out of the way. I'm gonna knock them down. Here's another epic Hulk comic with Dr. Doom in the front. And now, wait a minute. Got some more Spider-Man comics. Here's one with the Juggernaut in the front. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Here's another one with Ant-Man. Ant-Man's not a villain. He's an Avenger that I'm actually looking forward to seeing sometime. Ant-Man. I don't think it would be in a flop. I mean, even if Ant-Man was just a decent hit, I would like to see it because I like Hank Pym as a character. I think he's pretty interesting and pretty smart too. And I like the way he turns into a giant Ant-Man. It's pretty cool. Here's Spider-Man against, I think that's Scorpion? Yeah, Scorpion. I was going to say Shocker, but it's Scorpion. Here's one with Aunt May. Here's one with Morbius, who I don't think they'll ever do because Twilight is over, but there he is. Morbius. There's a cool name. I like that name. Here's another comic. Spider-Man. With the black suit. Now I'm going to do my DC, some of my DC comics. I got this one of Batman, the Collected Adventures, Volume 1. With him and the Joker. And here's the back. Got Catwoman, Penguin, and Scarecrow. This is a signed comic that my dad got a long time ago. I'm definitely keeping this, especially since Man of Steel's coming out and I don't care for it. But this I do care for. That's the News Time, The Life and Death of the Man of Steel. World Without a Superman. Signed right here. Awesome. Definitely a collector's edition. Once again, number one in the skies over Metropolis. And I think that this storyline of the death and return of Superman is going to be better than any Superman that DC pulls out of their arse. Definitely. Here's the real Man of Steel. Superman. People say, oh, if you're such a comic enthusiast, why you're not looking for the Man of Steel? Because I've seen the Man of Steel already. The freaking Man of Steel, the Superman movies from the 70s and the 80s, that's the real Man of Steel for me. Christopher Reeve, that's the Man of Steel. This new guy, don't care about him, so that's enough about that. Here's one with Supergirl and Teen Luthor. That's pretty cool. I like Supergirl too. I think she's very sexy, and I like her. A lot of people, she's very underrated. Here's Deathstroke, the Terminator. I've never heard of him, so I don't know much about that. Here's another Superman comic. Him bleeding, yeah. I doubt that would happen in the new film, but here's a Batman comic on the back with a penguin. Shadow of the Batman. Here's a double-sided. You got Batman, Detective Comics, and then you got backwards, you got The Adventures of Superman. I'm definitely want to read all these comics before, you know, the other films come out, or if there is a Justice League film someday, who knows. Here's another Batman comic with Killer Croc. And now we have some more Spider-Man comics. You got this one with the Green Goblin. Yes, they've already chosen a Green Goblin for the new film, but Chris Cooper, good actor, but I don't know, he might be wasted. Here's another Spider-Man comic, the black suit. Once again, the great artwork. Here's another Spider-Man comic. Here's another awesome comic with Spider-Man and Carnage. And there's Jameson over here. Wait, over here. Carnage would make an awesome villain in the movie. Here's one with Ren and Stimpy. Pretty cool. There's another one with the black suit. Here's one I got signed by my friends from Kingsborough that I love them so much. Here's the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's kind of like a book. It looks like a graphic novel. It's pretty cool. Look at that back art. Son of the Goblin, and the inside was signed by my friends. Right there. See? Right there. And back here. Okay. Here's one. This is a really cool one. Moon Knight and Spider-Man is in a coffin. Wow. I think after Garfunkel is done with Spider-Man, he might need a coffin, so to speak. I'm just kidding. But I am not a fan of the new Spider-Man films, the reboot. I think the costume in the first film was just too gay, in my opinion. No offense to anybody there. Here's another one. There's one with a girl in the front. Ooh. Spider-Woman? Spider-Girl? Who knows? But that is pretty cool. Here's another one. A villain called Cobra. I've never heard of Cobra. Here's another one with the Vulture. See, Vulture is pretty prominent in the comics. Vulture, definitely, I saw him in the cartoon, the 70s cartoon, and I think the 90s cartoon as well. And I'm going to say this to all of these, my fellow comic book enthusiasts. Don't expect every comic book movie to be note for note the comic, because usually they take some liberties and change some stuff. So I can accept some changes, you know. Here's another one. Look at that glare. Beautiful. Here's a double-sided one of the Amazing Spider-Man. Here's the other side. Annex. Wow, I have a lot. This one with the black suit and Spidey's gonna save him, hopefully. It's 15 minutes, wow. Here's another one with the black suit. This is a really cool one. I want to check this out sometime. It's got Spider-Man, my favorite superhero, Iron Man, and I think that's a Black Panther. Yeah, pretty cool. Definitely want to read this before Avengers 2 comes out. Definitely, because Black Panther may be in the Avengers sequel. Here's another Spider-Man comic with Doc Ock. Here's one with the Hulk. He's like, Hulk smash Amazing Spider-Man. Hulk is better in Avengers than Amazing Spider-Fake. Yeah, definitely better. Here's this one. Web of Spider-Man. This one. To Prowl No More. Here, this is a really cool one. The 100th issue Web of Spider-Man with a silver suit. Look how awesome that looks. Wow. Another Amazing Spider-Man. Evolutionary War with Daredevil right here. This is a sad double-sided one. You got Spider-Man suffering, triumph and tragedy. Must be interesting. And here's one with Aquaman. Yeah, pretty obscure, but pretty cool. Here's another one with Doc Ock. Wow, I have a lot with Doc Ock. Here's one with Satana. Wow, this is my longest video ever. But I'm not going to upload it for a while because it'll take too long. But I will upload this eventually. Here's Web of Spider-Man with the black suit. And Web of Spider-Man with the Hulk in the front. Ooh, he looks pissed. The Vulture and versus the Black Spider-Man. This is a cool one. We got Spider-Man with a bunch of people here. I think it's I don't really know who they are. I know they're not the Avengers, but here got my last couple of ones. Got this one, the red and the black suit fighting over. I think that's Peter Parker. Yeah. See, I am a fan of comics. I haven't read all of these, but I will sometime. Here's with Venom in the front. And the Ghost Rider. And here's some in the back. You got Cap and Venom and Spider-Man and Hulk and Wolverine. Very cool. Here's another one. Very sad one. With Aunt May passing away. And you have this one. See, comics could be moving to some people. They really can. And here's the last holographic one. And we got Thanos and the Silver Surfer. Yeah, that's right, Thanos, the villain that's going to be in the Avengers sequel. I can't wait to see this guy, to see what he does, to wreak havoc in space. It's going to be great. Oh, man. There he is, Thanos, or Thanos, whatever you want to call him. Awesome. So that's basically my comic book collection. I'm sorry it took like about 20 minutes, but that's a big hoard of them. I bet there's more, but I'm going to show them next time, and I will see you guys later. Ciao.